just midweek in the Champions League. How good a replacement is he for Claudio Bravo, do you think?
Well, I think he's a really good replacement, and also he's a very young player, you know, so it's important that you have that balance as well, and I think Barcelona have a goalkeeper for the future in Ter Stegen.
If you're a Levante player, how do you go into this game? Is it all about damage limitation? Is that your mindset?
Well, it's definitely a very difficult stage, you know, to go to the Camp Nou and play Barcelona with the team they have. But I think the mentality has to be, first of all, to not concede. You know, if they have a chance, they need to try and make the most of it. But I think the mentality for them is trying to.
Levante at the Nou Camp. These teams have met here on 10 occasions.
They've had a really impressive start. Lindsay home to Eibar. I would imagine it's a more winnable game than this one.
There is Messi. Little 1-2. Messi on the blind side. Oh, and it was just a fraction away from Munir.
I think he picks the wrong player. It's not often that Lionel Messi gets a decision wrong. Doesn't need to be so firm when he cuts it across goal. Unselfish play, beats the offside trap. Just. Perhaps not.
I think on the left back, maybe. Messi. Past one defender, past the second. His shot is blocked. Messi doesn't give up the chase, but he's stopped by Ruben.
Pace around the edge of the box for Barcelona, despite the numbers back in defence for Levante. Quick, decisive, skillful attacking play from Barcelona. A couple of attempts from Lionel Messi. The second one blocked by the goalkeeper.
Went up the distance, Lionel Messi. As the goalkeeper's obscured view. And here's a whistle over the bar.
There's Messi. Just over the top of the crossbar. Ruben, the goalkeeper, declaring there that if it's on target, he had it covered. This is a similar position though to where Neymar scored for against Atletico Madrid.
And 20 years of age, half his age. There goes Messi to Neymar. Was he caught in two minds there? Was that a cross? Was it a shot? Don't think he was too sure.
I think the pace on the pass surprises him. I think he thinks it's going to be further ahead. Just slows down on the pitch. Almost gets ahead of the ball. And
see the pass. Lerma. There's Camarasa. Away goes Gilas. There's Marti in support. Oh, he's got around Mascherano, and then he got that one chance. So he's quite happy to try and stroke it around 40-50 yards. He works this time brilliantly. He set Munir away, shoots is the cry from the crowd. He gets it on his favoured left foot for that. Just a
challenge from Antonio. There's the chance from Munir. Cuts inside, evades the defender. But I have to say, good goalkeeping from Ruben, who
doesn't throw his arms around theatrically. So the temptation was to go to ground. It's Adriano to Messi. Messi with the tightest of passes to Sandro, to Messi, to Sandro! It was like a pinball machine.
This time it's Levante players who are appealing for offside. Sandro in an offside position when the ball rebounds off the goalkeeper. So Messi involved in the build-up. It's Messi with the final attempt, and then Sandro, I think, was onside. It's just the referee doesn't give it. Attempt at a little give and go from Lionel Messi, but still has work to do to control the return pass, and then he does control the attempt at goal. Unfortunately for Barcelona, Sandro couldn't. Frustration around the stadium now. I think you saw a little bit of irritation from Luis Enrique.
Barcelona, early in his career. 17 years ago, though.
I was going to say, might not after that blow to the head either.
So he started at Celta de Vigo. Heads up, and rising above them is Lionel Messi, of all people. Does have a tremendous leap and excellent heading ability.
Across from Dani Alves towards the far post. It's a really good leap. Difficult header for Messi to then get on target, head downwards to really trouble Ruben.
That's where the goalkeeper's eyes will be trained as well. It is Messi. And again, he whisked it just over the bar. The best chances we've had in the first half have both been...
Certainly the second half just kicking off. Let's hand you back now to your commentary team, Terry Gibson and Rob Palmer.
Well, lots of chat. I suppose the key for Barcelona, Terry, is to remember the words of Luis Enrique and his game of patience rather than listen to the impatience of the supporter, wanting shots and then wanting a breakthrough. There's Messi, flips it in, chance here for Bartra, and they get the goal from a rather unusual source. Marc Bartra, the centre-half, becomes a centre-forward and puts Barcelona ahead.
How long has he been in that position? Barcelona at an age in possession. I joked earlier in the first half about Barcelona playing with two holding defenders. And one of them vacated that holding defence position and played in attack. So it doesn't hurt to lend help to a team that are playing against so many defenders, willing to drop deep. Kind of don't mind defending the odd crosser to Levante. I feel they'll beat the Barcelona players in the air, but all of a sudden, up pops the central defender at the far post and shows all the skill of a centre-forward. Doesn't panic, good control on the chest. It's not a clean strike, but he does the right thing, hitting the top, making sure. And then showing support for his injured team.
Previous best by 4 minutes.
That must have been a collective decision, because I'm sure Marc Bartra didn't say to Rafinha, if I score at the weekend...
Central defender who's always in the Spain squad, he's always in the Barcelona squad, but he has some good players ahead of him. Here is Neymar, just needed a touch. Now they're playing with a little more freedom.
Yep, the anxiety will just be released by that goal from Bartra. Also means at some stage that Levante, if they fancy a chance, have to commit more players into attack, particularly the wing-backs. The players are important. You're not going to suddenly start seeing Lucas Alcaraz change the system, bring an attacking substitute.
Munir. Far to Adriano. Messi. Busquets with a clever ball to Rakitic. Alves. To the far post, goalkeeper hands on to it. Neymar misses once, Neymar misses twice, but he gets it through the goalkeeper's legs and cheekily gives Barcelona a 2-goal lead. Doesn't matter how you score them, as long as you score them.
Certainly not Neymar special, and slightly gets lucky, I think. A bit casual on the approach to the first finish. Somehow forced it over the goal line before Levante can regroup after scoring conceding that first goal. Two tactical changes, they're now behind by 2. See Dani Alves with a series of step-overs, sits up towards the far post. Ruben gets a touch on it. Meanwhile, the initial shot blocked by Ivan Lopez, but forces it over, aided in another couple of deflections.
We could be seeing that Rafinha shirt quite a few times.
That's taken Marc Bartra off the back pages, isn't it? And the front pages as well. We probably thought he was going to get the exclusivity to that picture with a shirt for Rafinha.
It's been a professional rather than a standing performance by Barcelona. Ter Stegen makes his first save of the evening. It's Roger Marti showing willing as we see another angle of the goal. Could go down as an own goal because it was clearly missing, but I very much doubt that Camarasa is going to argue the toss.
Certainly goes down as a goalkeeping error, doesn't it? And it should have dealt with the cross. So we've made those changes at half-time. Would have left mixed messages to the players that he'd started tonight. Now it's so far so good.
Messi knees the ball into the path of Neymar, and it was a heavy-handed challenge at best.
It was Trujillo, I think, with a challenge, and it was a clumsy challenge. Is it a foul? I've seen the replay.
Well, the ball had gone And he continued his challenge, but well, he overcommitted, didn't he? And he did catch the standing foot.
Yep, and he lunges in with his left foot. There is contact. It's not the worst foul you're ever going to see, and it's a tough decision against Levante. Deflection on Neymar's foot with the left leg of Trujillo.
Messi looking for career hat-trick. Number 33, and he's got half an hour to find it now. Lionel Messi gives Barcelona a 3-0 lead. And now the floodgates may open up.
Messi will be pleased to see that find way past Ruben in the Levante goal. Continues to keep taking penalties despite missing a few. Just goes for a foul into the roof of the net. Ruben goes to his right, but it's a tough decision on Levante, that one. In slow motion, you're looking at a slight.
Alves. Messi wants it, he's in the mood now. Lionel Messi draws defenders, plays it through. And the flag was a late distraction for Munia. He couldn't quite believe he'd found all of that time and all of that space.
Well, it's interesting, I think Messi is playing this to Adriano, who was coming from an onside position. Munir is clearly offside, but Munir is the player that controls the ball.
This is it. Tonio puts in the corner. And there'll be a test of Barcelona's defensive capabilities. Munir comes back. Ter Stegen comes, he doesn't make it. And another defensive lapse, another goalkeeping mistake. Costs Barcelona a goal. Casadesas comes on and makes an impact.
Mistake from Ter Stegen. We talked about the mistake from Ruben. At the other end, Ter Stegen absolved of any blame for the long-range goals that he is conceding. He can't be absolved of any blame regarding this finish. And a bit of pressure, you expect your goalkeeper to come out at the very least. His intention there is to punch the ball. He hasn't had to come through a crowd of bodies, just the one. And makes a mess of it. Flipped up, Casadesas doesn't.
Games because of injury. Neymar. What a brilliant run by Messi on the blind side, and he was clearly pulled back. Spotted by the referee, and he'll get his second penalty of the evening. Lionel Messi. Fedal was the player who grabbed his shirt. And what a very cheap penalty to give away.
We don't see many goals, or could result in a goal. And Messi just chases a lost cause. And that's exactly what he did there. He wasn't favourite to get the ball. Just his presence made Fedal panic, miss control, and then it was quite an easy decision for the referee to give. Put on the shoulder of Messi. Successful on his first penalty attempt tonight. So, you know, it's just an instinctive reaction, isn't it?
The goalkeeper's left. Messi misses again. That's 6 out of 12 penalties that he's missed. If he's got a weakness in his game, it's taking penalties.
Just clears the bar, but you can see it's...
Iniesta scored recently for Spain, did he, from the spot? The game is still alive. Ter Stegen makes the save from Davison. And with that missed penalty from Messi, we still have a contest in our hands here. If Levante could just inch themselves back into the game. A dangerous game being played. They've gifted it to Rakitic, and Rakitic is bowled over. And that was just the sign of legal. Rakitic stalled, and that allowed them to win the ball back. You can't give a penalty for every free kick, for every tackle in the penalty area, but it was a slip of the mind from Juan Fran. Would you have given it, Terry?
It probably is a penalty. I think Juan Fran again is guilty of giving the ball away. There's enough of a push there on Rakitic, and then he stumbles into the goalkeeper. One or two Barcelona players appealing for the penalty. It was Messi that was telling the referee, no, it's not.
We've only got a couple of minutes remaining into the final schedule minute. Can't imagine the ref's going to have too much onto this one. Messi's away, draws defenders, takes his time, finds the goal. He may miss penalties, but he carves goals out of nothing at all.
It's good instinct from Lionel Messi, because the attack broke down, but then he puts himself straight away. As soon as Barcelona regains possession, he steps back into position. There he's offside, but there he switches on, jumps back into an onside position in between defenders, tight defenders. Once they give him a yard, he gets on the turn, he weaves his way across the box. How many times? And it's easy for us to say defenders shouldn't allow him to come in on his left foot, but so many have tried to stop him and they still can't. It's a fantastic finish. From there, as soon as he got the ball and turned, I was almost couldn't resist to say this is the fourth goal, because it was set up perfectly for a typical goal there for the hat-trick. Davison with a long-range effort.
Job done by Barcelona. It'd be fair to say it's been unspectacular. But again, they left it until just after half-time to open the scoring. Bartra got the one, Lionel Messi got the two, but missed a penalty. Neymar on the score sheet again, and the experimental Barcelona team have beaten Levante by 4 goals to 1.